Wabbit explosion. Let's see. So what is there to talk about? Well. I mentioned there were some cyberpunk things, but there's also some other Star Citizen things I want to talk about. Yeah, and that's more, maybe not more fresh on my mind. Actually, no, it really isn't. Also, there's a 0 for you. Oh, thank God. I was worried for Waterfall. But, so, Star Citizen, IAE happened. It is still happening. No, it is still happening, but it's pretty much wrapping up. The Corsair came out. The Cutter came out. I think I talked briefly about them the last session, I think. But I believe I hadn't flown the Corsair. So I logged on. I haven't actually, like... I'm still kind of the opinion I don't care about anything until 3.18 drops. I think I might... I recorded a video for the Corsair. Maybe I'll do something with it. It's really funny, though, because what happened was... so the Corsair has terrible ground clearance. Like, I really like it. I really do like it, and it is quickly growing on me. Also from a 0 to a 6, wow. But the problem with the Corsair is well, the aerodynamics, I don't know if they fixed it, but I think they mentioned that it wasn't working as intended. The aerodynamics, the flight characteristics aren't, like, too terrible. You can work around them, but it's definitely not a beginner's ship. It's more sluggish than, you know, a light fighter as well, being, like, you know, a pretty big ship. You know, that's also a thing, the size categorization, but that's another point. But the real problem, I think actually the real problem is the ground clearance, because I went in for a landing in the middle of, just on the middle of a moon. And I hit just a little bump with the VTOLs down. I damaged one of the VTOLs beyond use, and the flight would not correct for the fact that one of the thrusters was not working. So it was like the left VTOL thruster. So when I would press spacebar, when the VTOLs were deployed and I hit space, it would make the ship turn counterclockwise. And when I had them in the, you know, rear facing, helping the main thrusters, the ship, every time I went forward, the ship would violently go left. And also, this is in stark contrast to the feedback that I've seen where the ship cannot turn left at, like, high speeds in atmosphere. And, you know, I don't know, maybe that is true, maybe it isn't. I haven't really gone, like, max speed, I guess. But that, and you know, it was that's a problem that any ship could have. It is very much a problem that any ship could have. Just depending on, you know, just, you know, if a thruster gets destroyed, I mean, every thruster can be destroyed on a ship. So, you know, it could have that problem. But it was because I tried to land. And I had, like, absolutely no ground clearance. Now, the benefits of the Corsair. it's pretty nice. I mean, you have cabins for each of the crewmates, which I don't know if it's going to have like inventory for each. If it's going to have inventory for each cabin, there are like bags. There is like, you know, like a rack with bags above in every quarter. So I don't really see why that couldn't happen. But you know, it also has armor lockers for each, and then it has. So okay, so it's got 4 armor racks. And then it has another 4 in the armory, which is pretty good. It's got a bunch of weapon racks. It's got like rifle racks, pistol racks, heavy weapon racks. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Apparently you can get a Pisces into the cargo bay. Apparently it's a tight fit, but apparently it can be done. I have not tried it yet. In fact, when I tried to bring a Pisces out, it actually was bugged and I couldn't get in the Pisces. Lovely, but yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I spent so much time talking about the Corsair. I think actually, you know what? It's really funny actually. I have some other thoughts about Star Citizen, but like, I want to devote like maybe not a full video to them, but more than I can right now, I guess. So I was like, oh, you know what? I want to run 4 laser repeaters and 2 distortion repeaters, just like my Reliant, you know, all gimbaled, because you can do that. But the thing is, so I'm like, oh, you know what? Shop has that stuff, the laser repeaters and the distortion repeaters. I go for my Reliant. Center mass on Area 18. They don't have the size 4 laser repeaters. They have the size 1, 2, and 3, and 5 laser repeaters. But they don't have the size 4. And they don't have the size... And they have the size 1 and 2 distortion repeaters, but not the size 3 distortion repeaters. And the only place that sells the distortion repeaters is the store on Microtech, which is... What the fuck? God damn it. Get the dynamic economy, get the, like, being able to order things and have them delivered to you. Get that in game, please. Like, that's not even, like, that's not even on the cards yet. And, but it's still like, come on, you know? But, you know, it is still a lot of firepower nonetheless. The missile rack is kind of, is a little bit lacking, I suppose. But it's okay. I mean, it's worse than, I mean, it's more modular. You have more options than the Reliant, but you can't carry as many size 2 missiles on the Corsair than you can the Reliant. And I just want people to realize, like, the Reliant's a pretty good missile boat. Say what you will about the Reliant, and trust me, they're valid concerns, but yeah. And also, I guess I just take ships that are weird and quirky. Especially if they have a weird wing configuration, I would probably like it. Reliant and Corsair. I was vaguely thinking about upgrading the Corsair to something else, but, well, there's a lot to go into with that, and a lot of thought process that went into that. So, you know, you'll have to wait and see. They're here.